Hey guys, what's up? Last couple of years, last maybe 4 or 5 years, being adopted was great and all. It was a frightening experience for me because I was so young. I was only 18 months old at the time, and I didn't know what was going on. But being adopted, now being in a better environment, being in a better situation. People have always asked me, if you had a choice to meet your blood mother and father, would you do it? I said no. If they come out of the middle of nowhere and surprise me with some crap, saying like, hey, I've been looking for you all these years, you're my baby boy, because I was the youngest out of 6 kids. I have one older brother that I looked at my thing one day. I had documentation on how it all began, and I found out a lot of information about it. But I'm only going to give a little bit about it. But I found out that I have a 36-year-old brother that has three kids, and all of them still live in Polk County. I don't know where, but it might have changed. It's been some years. It's been a long time. I wouldn't even to begin to remember them. Remember who they were, remember who they are. All I know is I was the youngest out of 6 kids. And my birth mother was a severe crack addict. She did crack cocaine, she did meth, all that stuff. And my father would bring home a different woman every night and sleep in the same bed as she was laying next to my mother. Which is kind of gross, but it is what it is. Now, of course, it would have been an emotional time if I ever decided to choose to go out there and try to meet her or find her, which, I'm not going to do. And they asked about my father. I said, well, to be honest with you, I answered them back and said, I'd rather meet my mother more than my father, because I want to ask why my mother did all this. There could be many reasons. I wouldn't understand at the time, and then about my dad, if he wouldn't tell me why, we would have gotten into a fist fight. I wouldn't have cared, because, see, if it didn't go down the way it originally did, right now, if I was living with my blood parents, yeah, I know. I've been asked that many times. It would have been a very bad situation for me if I did that. I've thought about that, but see, the thing of it is, you don't really know your family until you get to really get a chance to experience the feeling, because I was adopted, and both my blood parents I don't think they ever will find me. Quite frankly, I wouldn't really care. But I can say that I'm blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to live for the Lord. I'm blessed to be living here in this country, in this city, in this state. I know I'm over-exaggerating a little bit, but hey, on this occasion, it's all right. I'm just saying, it's just everyone keeps asking me about that. Like, would you want to meet your blood mother? And if it went down the wrong way, I would have had backup. Now, I know most of you think that, I'm crazy, I'm egotistic, I'm all these. But honestly, I really don't care. I don't really care, if I end up meeting them in person, something goes wrong, I'm gonna walk away. Of course, I'll cry. I'll cry about that. I'll cry about my parents. But the other siblings, there was 4 boys and 2 girls. Most of them were boys, and I was the youngest. I was a little baby. And would I ever want to meet my blood mother? Eventually, I'll get to that point. But right now, it's not a high concern or high priority at the moment. I wouldn't really care if she came out and met me face to face and said, hey, you're my son. We'll see what happens if it comes up.